Boys and girls, okay. One of the things, we have several different tanks set up around this house, and as you can see, we have some turtles. This is our oldest pet right here. If you call her Louise, she's a Gulf Coast box turtle, and she's probably about 15 to 20 years old now. No, they call them box turtles because when she gets scared, the front of her shell closes up and she becomes a nice little box. Okay? See it? But she's been a good pet. And she gets along with this one. This is a common turtle from around this area. This is called a red-eared slider. Now, one time
Does it have any feet?
yeah, but she's there. They start coming out now. Okay, and this is a boy turtle. Okay. Now, one time we had another turtle around here, and our neighbors across the street know that we have different turtles and frogs around here. And our neighbor came over carrying this one in his hand. He says, "You know, Rob, one of your turtles must have gotten loose, and I don't know how in the world it ever managed to get over to my property. But it wasn't one of our turtles, but he became a welcome pet for us. And he has really long claws, long fingernails. Now, you know why that is? It's because when they are out in the wild, they're consistently digging through the mud and digging through grass and things, trying to find bugs and different worms that they can get. So they wear them down. Since he's been in captivity as a pet, we just give him the food right away. He doesn't need to wear down his fingernails all the time. So they got really long on him. And I've just not been brave enough to try and trim them by hand. But they're still soft and they're gentle.
What are those bullfrogs?
Now we'll get to those a little later on. These are our toads. Okay? Let me move over here and take off the screen. Okay? Excuse me. I'm going to get over here.
He's going real fast. Oh, good.
Okay. Now, let me just see if I can capture one of these guys, because they kind of hide. There we go.
I can't see them.
Now, I'll pick up any one of these fellas.
Ew.
Without crushing them.
Okay.
Okay. Now, these are the same types of garden toads that you have out in your backyard. And what happened was last year, we caught some of these out in the backyard, and they like to live in the window wells that we have, and they'd fall down in there, and we would take the hose and spray down there every once in a while to keep the leaves wet. But we decided we'd bring some of them in, and they became nice, good pets. Now, the one thing is, they became very fat because they have so much food in here that they can eat all the time. But they became good little pets, and at nighttime we can hear them eating. And we have different types of crickets in here. Okay, and that's one of the things we go to the pet store all the time to try and find crickets. And I was looking for one other little guy. Oh, here's one in the back. They are slippery because they run so much. There we go. And this one, look how bright his bottom is. Everybody see this?
I can't see him.
Just wait.
There we go. See how bright his bottom is? Bright red and orange. Right? See how bright red is? This is called a fire-bellied toad. You can't hold them right now. And we have two of these, and these guys get along. These don't live out in the wild up here. These are more from South America and Central America. But we were able to buy a couple. And they make good pets too. They're nice and gentle. And you gotta remember, toads and frogs do like to hop. But we've had a pretty good home set up here. Now the only thing
Look at
yep,
that.
the only thing I find missing right now is sticky. And what we've had is moss and different things in here for these guys. Sticky is hiding. We have another one in here that's a bright green.
I saw that. I see the bright green. Right here. That
This one?
one. Yeah.
That's not really the same one I'm looking for. That's in one of the more of the garden toads. But we have,
You hear the cricket?
you hear the
Oh,
crickets
there's
talking,
another
huh?
one.
Okay.
There's another bright orange one.
Yep, we have a couple of those. Now let me see, put this in here. Now these some of them. Now it is getting a little feeding time. Let me see if I can get any of these in here.
Taylor, will you let Jordan?
I can't see.
Yeah.
Let me see. I can't see. I'm all the way back here.
How about the kids in front squat down a little bit?
Children, you know what? If you're in front, why don't you kind of try, you know,
Yeah,
bend your
squat
knees.
down a little
Squat
bit.
down or kneel down. So the people in the back can see, okay?
Okay.
Kneel a little bit.
Some of them are dead. Some of them are. Matt, those are old. Wow. Maybe these are one. Sarah, you're pushing Jordan.
There's no reason to push.
They could turn over and they're
We're just going to leave them in there because they
Children,
haven't
kneel
eaten
a
for
little
a
bit.
while.
Squat down a little. Michael, squat down because
I think he's coming from go over here.
Oh, let's see.
Look, he's coming from us. Look, he's alive.
Now, we don't know if they're going to eat or not because we put a lot of these
Some
in.
of them are gonna eat. No, they aren't. Move over. They cut somebody's already in.
Did any of the frogs eat them yet? Yum, yum, yum.
I don't think they know yet, do
Some of them are alive.
They like them, especially when they're moving around.
they?
So the ones that are moving around will probably be eaten first.
Yeah.
He's trying to
Okay, well,
hide.
we're going to see if they want to eat them a little later on because we've been moving them around a lot too. Oh, that one just got eaten, I think.
Oh, really?
Which
Okay.
one?
They eat them quick. You got to really
In the corner.
be fast.
Can I
Okay.
Children in the
These-
front, people in the back.
These are bronze frogs and pickerel frogs, which are common frogs of the woodlands up here. And they're adults, and I really don't feel like picking them up to show you them because they'll have a tendency to hop too quick. Yeah, I'm going to put the screen back on top because I have a tendency for them to get away. Now let me get some more food because it is feeding time for the turtles, and then I'll show you those.
Okay, everybody just wait here. And Robert's gonna get the food and come right back, okay?
This is so warm.
Good.
Are we going anywhere else after we
Footed tortoise. And we have two turtles.
Do you have a hair?
Two tortoises in here. We call them Bert and Ernie. They're only about a year old.
I know.
It's the color that they are. This is why they call them red-footed tortoises. And these guys can get to be the size about like this. They can get real big and they can live almost 100 years.
Here's the green guy.
Okay? And we've got another little guy in here. This is another baby. It's about a year old. This is a leopard tortoise.
Look at the baby.
Now, they both
Okay.
started out the same size last year.
Now look at that. They both started the
Yeah.
same size last year, and look how big this one's gotten in 1 year. Okay, he's doubled his
Because
little
they're
friend.
different kinds.
They're different types. This one will never get as big as this one. Okay? But what they are is they're vegetarians. Now, I didn't scare them too much. They like to eat peas, and they like to eat strawberries. And we'll just see if they want to eat any of this stuff right now.
See, if you don't finish your meal, you can always give it to the turtles. Or the
That's
tortoises,
what's
I should
nice
say.
about strawberry season right now. They get some fresh food that they can go after. But now the only thing that we find is turtles, tortoises, get very scared very quickly. And that's why we have a nice little log right here, a hollowed out tree, that they can go in and hide in. That's why you don't see too many turtles. Yeah. Well, this is a piece of wood that's been hollowed out, and we lay it up in here so they can stay out of the sunlight and everything like that. Okay?
Are they eating anything?
They're looking at it.
Yeah, well, I've seen too many faces come up right up to
Later
them.
on,
That's
honey.
one of the-
Look at this bridge.
Yeah.
We found Sticky.
Oh, you found Sticky?
Right there.
Oh, there's Sticky. Okay. There, where you been hiding?
Oh, there.
There's our tree frog.
Oh.
Okay, now she was hiding. Once in a while,
Crickets.
we'd find her up on the top of the glass. We call her Sticky. She's an eastern tree frog. They can be
He's
found
real
in New Jersey, and down all the way down North Carolina. And they all get along, all the toads in there get along pretty good. They all eat crickets. They do like it moist, that's why we have a lot of moss and dirt in there for them to hide
Is
in.
he the lightest frog you have, like the brightest color?
Yep. And you see some very bright frogs like that, you know, the further south you go.
The one just got eaten, I think. Where?
Well, they're hiding. Okay.
What rock?
I couldn't feed them yesterday on
Rock
purpose.
on Robert's head.
Go and grab it.
He's gonna eat it.
Yes, there she goes. She'll be.
The little one that eat and the big one that eat. Oh, he's
Well, Robert, you know what else you can show them? The eggs in the cup.
here.
Yeah, I'll show that. And I also want to point out we have some newts in here. Those are another little creature that lives in some ponds. And you can see them across the side. Right, and they look a little bit like tadpoles themselves. But they got their legs, and they got a tail, and they do breathe air, but they like to swim and stay in the water.
Yeah, that's Jacqueline.
It's also, remember we had those other tubifex worms?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna wanna eat that, but this is another type of worm that they like to eat.
Classroom soon, though.
And you're gonna see the fish going after that too, 'cause they like to eat it too.
onto frogs.
So therefore, we've got all the food for these guys. Now, we have one other thing around here I can show you. Just a sec.
Stay right here,
No,
guys.
wait here, please.
We need a cricket.
This is so pretty. There they are. You see the worms? They're
They're
clustered
very,
together.
very tiny. They're not like the earthworms that you see in your yard. These are a different type of worm. That's why they're so small.
I think the dude is about to eat them.
That's my favorite
They're all staying together. See, look, I think she's about to eat one.
I think the one with the
Oh,
orange
there,
frogs.
look.
Who's
got
the
some-
Honey, don't put the rocks.
Oh, yeah, and this
Who's
one's
your
eating
favorite snack?
peas.
Yes.
Okay.
And the rock.
And the big one is hiding.
The
Oh,
big
look,
one.
look at the little one eating the peas. Look.
I know. I want to see.
See it?
Not right now, honey, my hands are dirty.
He's trying to snatch what's on his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another interesting thing.
Jelly bean.
Alexis, I know you know.
The one says a jelly bean.
It's an egg. Who said that? You're
Tiny.
right. Doesn't look round though. What type of egg is this?
What
A
shape?
turtle.
It's a turtle egg. Right.
I do that.
And what happened was, this isn't one of the eggs Louise laid last year. Now, she hasn't had big enough for an egg like this to turn into another turtle. So we've just kept this on the side. And we were really surprised. The lazy was all summer long was scratching into the rocks, and all of a sudden we looked. One morning there was an egg there. Okay? So that's how also we know that she's a girl. No, she was a
Is
little.
it gonna hatch?
No, it's more like a chicken egg that you would eat. A lot of them don't.
Of course, you wouldn't want to eat a turtle egg.
You don't want to eat a turtle egg. But we're thinking maybe in a couple of years, Louise might lay eggs
You eat
later and be
frog
able to
feet.
hatch. Pardon me?
Frog feet.
Do I eat frog's feet? I've eaten
People do.
frog's legs before, yeah.
I eat
Yeah.
frog.
Lots of people in the world eat them for food.
And they're delicate.
They gotta be cooked right, and they gotta be the right